every single month we have a battle pass that rolls around in World of Tanks Blitz. And always the battle pass is a great deal for how cheap it is. It's $5 and you get your hands if you manage to fully grind it down the stage 80. You get tank certificates for 25% tier 10, tier 9, tier 8, and even tier 7. As well, you get gold, actually more gold than normally $5 would give you. You're getting credits and even free experience. It's just a really good way to save a lot of credits because you're getting gold camouflages for free. I really like the concept of the battle pass. You spend less money for an event that you're able to grind and get a lot more out of. And every single battle pass at stage 35, you are able to get your hands on a tech tree knockoff, which is then turned into a collector. So this month we have the AMX 12 ton turned into the AMX Miss. Last month we had the Skoda T25, which was then turned into the Spark, or whatever the heck it's called. And, well, for January, we are going to have this vehicle, the Jagdpanzer IV. Now, I'm not exactly sure what the name is going to be, and this is not the vehicle in my garage. I do want to point that out to you, that this is just a Jagdpanzer IV with what is going to be the Battle Pass tank skin wrapped over it. But it looks so cool, and I really like the Jagdpanzer IV. And why is that? Well, it has to do with DPM. This tank is sitting at base 2,958 damage per minute. That is one of the highest DPM tanks in the game, tier for tier. I mean, this thing is able to demolish tier 5 tanks. And, well, the big thing about Battle Pass vehicles, as we know, is usually they are just flat out better than the tech tree counterparts. The AMX Miss has more gun depression, and not to mention, the AMX Miss has a better intraclip, quite a bit better. That also goes for the Skoda T25, which is then turned into the Spark. It has literally another second off the intraclip. So, this vehicle could be having more damage per minute, maybe more alpha damage, more mobility, or even armor. I don't know what Wargaming's planning on doing, but I'm super excited because this is already an incredibly strong tank, so whatever they plan to do is going to make it just that bit stronger. So let's get into a battle and see just exactly what this tank is capable of doing. Now, the Jagdpanzer, it doesn't really have many downsides. It's fast. It goes upwards of, I think, 45, 50 kilometers per hour. Its armor, yeah, it's not great. I mean, its camouflage is good, but its armor, it's comparable to what is an E25. So you're not going to bounce any shells frontally unless you get very lucky. But I will say, this camouflage looks incredibly cool. I love the look of this. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments down below, but I'm a massive, massive fan of steampunk, and yeah, I mean, how can you go wrong with this? Here we go, pushing the tank up in the position. Enemy team is at 45 TP, AMX 1357, but heavy-wise, it's just the 45, the KV2, and the Tiger Kuromori. Me name. I never know how to pronounce that, and you guys are probably going to meme me in the comments. But either way, I am chilling here. We're going to see if the enemy tries to poke. We got the Tiger. There you go. Nice tap for 200 into the frontal armor of his tank. And there's another 200 into the frontal armor of his tank. And there's another 200 into the frontal armor. And there you go. There was a full health vehicle, now taken out from just a slight bit of shooting. You can see where this tank is ridiculous. I mean, that is the only way to say it. This tank is ridiculous. If you are able to get this gun to actually connect its shells, you will ruin people's days very, very quickly. We got another nice tap into that 45 TP. The alpha damage on this vehicle as well is pretty nice. I mean, you're able to easily outtrade enemy tier 7s, and I mean, that's something that's obviously fantastic. We did sadly miss that shell in the 45 TP, but we're doing pretty good here. I mean, we got the Lancelot Dreadnought off to the side, but I'm going to right now see if we can get some shells into what is the enemy 45 TP. So speed is key. Let's get a shell into his lower plate. There you go. There's a nice tap once, and of course, let's get a second tap out, another shell for 185, and continue pushing on forwards. We're already at 1500 damage dealt so far. Let's see if we can get a shell into the Dreadnought. Thank you for that 64 hit points. We got the Dicker. Okay, that guy's just dead. I was about to say Dicker Max, but it was one. So now we got the Eagle 7. There you go. Nice tap for 204. And, well, I mean, you know we've got to ruin this guy's day, so let's keep going. Speed is key. Let's obviously put on our adrenaline. We even got a bounce, pretty lucky bounce, but you know what? We are just tearing into this poor tier 7. And with that, this was a pretty solid victory. You can see that we didn't lose any hit points. I was able to conserve them. And at the same time, we were able to completely demolish even tier 7 heavies, being the 45 TP. Now, sure, this is tier 7, so not every player is going to be fantastic, but I mean, you don't expect every player to be fantastic. There you go. Beautiful HE shell into the AMX 13. And are we going to be able to get another one out? No, that one did not connect. But good news is that we have another shell locked and loaded. And, oh my god. I don't normally play on the Steam Edition. edition. I play on the Windows edition, so the aiming's a little bit different, but either way, we're doing pretty good here. I mean, this guy, he doesn't really stand much of a threat against our vehicle, so speed is key. Let's go. Come on, speed, and yeet! There we go. He's taken out, and thank you for that 83 hit points. So this was a Tier 6 battle, and we did about the same damage as you would normally like to do in Tier 8. What was it, like 2,500 this game? Yeah, 2,580 damage. And by the way, that is a second class, not even close to a mastery. I mean, the abilities on this tank are actually ridiculous. So, obviously, let's do one more battle. Now, there are big downsides. As I did say, there's very little armor on this tank. Annihilators will just ruin you. I mean, a single shell from a smasher on the side of your tank will one-shot you. On average, it will one-shot your vehicle. So that's a big downside as well. Annihilators, any big alpha tanks, I mean, literally 2 shells from any 120 to 30 millimeter, and your tank's going straight back to the garage. So don't get me wrong, there are a lot of weaknesses that do come with the Jagdpanzer, but the upsides just make it seem ridiculous. I mean, when you play against Tier 5s, it's literally 3 shells from this tank, which is about 8 seconds, and you've killed a full health Tier 5s. Here we are, perfect example. We are up against now Tier 5s and Tier 6s, and the Tier 6s that we're up against aren't terrible. We got a Nazorn, a Poodle, and a KV-1S. The KV, yeah, that'll be deadly, especially after they buff that thing's DPM. It is truly a monster to fight, but here we go. Speed shall be of essence. Come on, newt. So, they got 1, 2, 3 medium tanks, so we're gonna see what ends up happening here, but our Cheeto is, looks like he snorted a little bit too many Cheetos, and he's trying to figure out where the drive key is. He's got his screen covered in Cheeto dust, but, while that's going on, at least we got a Hellcat pushing up, and our M4, you know, it's a Tier 5. It's a Tier 6. I mean, what do I expect? I am going to push my tank aggressive. Hopefully, the entirety of the enemy team does not push this way, and we're going to be able to get a nice farm on the enemy mediums, which are sitting at Tier 5. Oh, there you go. We already got a Poodle. There's one nice tap into the Poodle. And let's see if we can get another one out. Let's see. Yeah, there you go. Another nice tap into the Poodle. Let's reload again. Oh, man, this guy. We've already managed to take half of his hit points off in literally just a couple seconds. And a boom. There you go. Another 221. And that was 631 hit points in just that short burst of time. I mean, that is just, again, how quickly this vehicle picks up damage. A 4.5 second reload for the same alpha damage as a Tiger 1. So here we go. Speed is key. Let's keep going. I'm very worried about the Nazorn. That tank actually has a really strong gun. In fact, the same penetration as a Tiger down at Tier 6. That's not something you want to mess with. But with him spotted off to the side, I am very, very happy. So I'm just going to push my tank over here. Let's get one nice shot into the Sherman. And with that, I mean, this guy, he just doesn't even stand a chance. He's taken out. We got the Nazorn over here. Let's aim in on this guy. Boom. One nice shot for 266. Let's keep going. There's another nice shell, although not actually a pen, which kind of sucks. But you know what? I'll take 100 damage. It's better than nothing. This guy, he's driving over the hill. Yeet! There you go. That made up for the messed up shell before. Nice 100 extra damage there. I mean, the Nazorn, he really doesn't stand much of a threat against us. And now all we got is the KV-1 in front of us. We do have a Wolverine off to the back. But, I mean, this poor guy, we've already taken a huge chunk of his vehicle away. And let's finish him off with a bit of a ram. There you go. He's taken out. We got the Wolverine back here. And let's finish him off. And all that's left is the enemy KV-1S. So, in this very short amount of time, we have managed to, again, eradicate an enemy team. You can clearly see how when a skilled player runs this Tier 6 German, it's an overpowered tank by, like, a lot. It is definitely one of the most broken Tier 6s in the game if you can work the gun. So there you go, nice shot into the KV. Let's put on our adrenaline, and there's another nice shot into that KV. And sure, Hellcat's gonna out-reload us, but we did 2,800 damage this game. And plus a fire, we're sitting more like 3,000 damage. So, yeah, I don't really know what to say. There you go, 2,888 damage. So the Jagdpanzer IV is a truly monstrous vehicle. The amount of DPM it has, plus its very good mobility, able to go upwards of 45 kilometers per hour with a great power-to-weight ratio. And as I said, well, the armor's not great at all. It's enough that we actually got some bounces here and there by Tier 5 tanks. And I'm thinking that when Wargaming actually gives this vehicle the new files, which is going to be this camo, this front part here will have a bit of reinforced armor. The sides are spaced, so that'll give you protection against HE on the sides. The rear, though, ooh, that does not look very strong at all. We're going to have to see how this vehicle is when it does come out, but it looks super cool. I am super psyched, and let me know what you guys think about this in the comments down below. Obviously, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to click that subscribe button, but other than that, stay happy, stay healthy, and I'll be seeing you in the next one. Bye-bye.